Welcome back to the Scatterpot podcast, episode 63. I've been returned to the land of the living, so it's okay.
So I found out the receipt did work. The Demon Lord did accept receipts within 30 days.
Yes.
So we were able to make the trade back.
Yes.
Yeah, I was telling you a little bit before this, Huber, how I was just really thrown off not recording an episode with you. Like I spent the majority of this past week did I record an episode this week? And mainly because if anyone's listened to last week's episode, Josh Lee and I just talked for an hour-ish. Yeah. And we talked. It was funny. There's about, I think about 8 minutes of audio that we recorded before the podcast actually started, that him and I were just talking. And we hadn't started the podcast yet. And I'm like, Josh, we need to start this freaking podcast. So yeah. Hopefully we can get Josh on here one week with Huber. Huber just opened up the whitest tab of all white tabs. I
did.
It's illuminated your entire.
Someone pinned a Google Doc and it was just completely empty, and I got blinded, bro.
Dude, I mean,
golly.
I just see your face go from skin tone to just.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, do it again. Look at that. It's like you have a ring light with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Huber, this is the first time this question's been asked in a while for a podcast. What have you been up to? Because I haven't talked. I haven't talked to you in 2 weeks. I mean, you and I played some Gmod earlier this week, but
that is true.
Well, last week by the time this comes out, but yeah.
I mean, it's summer, so no school.
Yeah, no school. We're done with that school crap.
Yeah, working full time, so I mean, just basically working. So that's
you just working Monday, Wednesday, Fridays from 8 to 4?
Full time, 40 hours all the week.
Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday. Oh yeah,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Thursday, Friday. Oh, you're not working Fridays?
Friday too. Yeah, okay. I'm working. Yeah,
you're working weekdays from 8 to 4.
Yes, sir.
Working that 8 to 4. Yeah, no. So I've just been working more up at the church since school's let out. Yeah, since school's let out, I've just been working more up at the church. I just finished this week. I recorded a week's worth of sports camp videos. Thankfully, I don't have to edit those. That's the other intern's job.
I got another intern.
Well, so Greystone does summer internships. And typically, you can fill out applications for summer internships all the way back in, basically the beginning of the year. So from January, I think we close off in, April. You're allowed to apply for the summer internship.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 3 people apply for the summer internship before all this went down. And so they officially started last week. And so... And it's funny, I know all 3 of them. All 3 of them used to go to the church. So, when they came on as interns, I'm like, hey, people!
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, everybody. I'm like, I haven't seen you guys since last... Well, actually, only one of them was an intern. No, 2 of them were interns last summer. One of them's a new intern, hasn't been an intern yet. Yeah. So, yeah, and one of those interns, of those 3, is in the same wheelhouse as me.
Okay.
So, it's been great. Technically, he's a photographer/videographer. So, he's not exactly in the same wheelhouse, but close enough to my wheelhouse. So, he's
close enough to...
Yeah, he's just been taking over editing for a lot of videos that I was editing before, which I am personally fine with.
You're fine with that.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about editing as much, and trust me, I was there when we filmed the footage for those sports camp videos he's editing right now, and I would not want to be editing those.
It depends on how long it is, but I'm sure.
Well, so each day, the video itself probably, after you put everything together and cut out all the filler, each day is going to be about probably 45 minutes to an hour long video.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that there was a lot of mistakes during it, so he's gonna have to cut out and work around a lot of mistakes that were made. Yeah. And it wasn't a one take wonder where he just has to line them all up, put nice transitions between all the clips, and go. He's gonna have to actually put some work into it.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, our projectors weren't working, so he has to put in all the videos, the graphics when they call for them. And so, like, originally I was supposed to help with that. But then they realized, it's like, Kanan, you're doing a lot already. You don't have to edit those videos anymore. And I'm just like,
yes!
Yeah! I was like SpongeBob when he thought he got the promotion during the SpongeBob movie. Yes! Woo! And then I was looking in the skies for you to come through in a parachute with a flag with a flag in your butt going, congratulations, yes, SpongeBob! I looked up and I didn't see you, and I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, the plane got delayed, so I couldn't help it.
One of these days I'll be up at the church and you'll be just very belated, just woo! Congratulations, SpongeBob. Yeah. So we have to talk about something. Just throwing it. I have something we can talk about, but I want to throw it to you first.
I mean, we got a quote unquote official release. Quote unquote. It's just a rumor.
For what?
The Elder Scrolls 6, 2024.
2024.
Mm-hmm.
That is. Hold on. Elder Scrolls 6. I hadn't heard about this. Mainly because I've just been editing. And October 2024 is the rumor.
I hope so, dude. I really hope so.
That's gonna be 12 years after.
They haven't worked on it though. That's the thing.
Wait, no. When did Skyrim was 2011, right?
2011, yeah.
So that's 13 years after. To the.
Bro, they released Skyrim like 5 more times.
Well, let's see. So they did the 360 and PS3. Then they did Xbox One, PS4, PC, Switch, Alexa, which I thought was a joke, but it is a legit thing you can get.
Yes, I don't understand.
And then they did definitive editions for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. That's 10 different versions of Skyrim that there are. And they probably did a definitive edition before the Xbox One and PS4, did they? Like a complete with all the DLC already? Did they do a definitive edition like that? I know they did the remaster for PS4 and Xbox One, but did they do like a definitive edition with all the DLC?
I'm sure they did, but
it wasn't as big of a deal when.
Yeah, I'm sure it was like.
Dude, yeah. It's just that's so much Skyrim.
It's a lot,
and
I mean it worked. So whatever.
Well, I remember it was something that was funny is that you and I talked about how we thought Elder Scrolls 6 was going to be relatively soon.
Yes.
We were talking about that, and then literally the next week they announced that they just started on it.
Yeah, they were like, we haven't really been working on it.
It's like we've had everyone working on Starfield.
They're like, once they literally said they're not working on it until that game is done. Starfield's done.
But I think they also teased that
Starfield doesn't have a release date.
Well, no, but I feel like I think they've said that Starfield's almost done. Or something like that,
I hope so, brother.
Hold on. Yeah. Starfield. Is it almost done? I'm just gonna type in almost done ?
Is it anywhere close, please?
Is it called Starfield? Oh, Starfield's one word. That's what I messed up on.
I want to call it Starbound, but I mean.
Well, you what was it? You and Daniel were calling it what's the Blizzard game that's Starcraft. You guys kept on calling it Starcraft.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Isn't it called Starfield?
No. It's called Starcraft.
Hey, this is actually good. Starfield 5 days ago was officially rated by the PEGI board.
So it's done.
So it's practically done. That was probably going to be one of their big like E3 surprise announcements. It was going to be like Starfield is coming out in 3 months.
No one cares.
Hey, dude, I'm excited. If Starfield
give me Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Starfield's going to be rated M most likely. It hasn't been done by the ESRB yet, but PEGI is giving it a PEGI 18. Which is
PEGI 18,
which is just an M essentially. That
PEGI 13.
That'll be PEGI 12 or whatever. Like
PEGI 12.
What are the different PEGI rating levels? PEGI ratings. There's a lot of. I mean, all right. There's PEGI ! Which parental guidance recommended. PEGI 3, PEGI 7, PEGI 12, PEGI 16, and PEGI 18. Okay. And then what is there for if you go into the ESRB, there's a lot more than you think ESRB ratings, because it's like
ESRB now.
Well, there's what are they? Can I get all the different ratings? There's E for everyone, E10 and up, T for teen, M for mature, A for adults, RP for rating pending. Wasn't there like a C? I thought there was a C for like children.
Yeah, there was.
ESRB C? Early childhood, EC. Okay. Yeah. Essentially, rating systems are stupid once you're old enough to play all of them.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
basically.
I remember. Not much for you or the other guys in our group, but my parents were the parents that were like, you cannot play T games. If you remember that growing up.
Yeah.
They were like, you cannot play T games or M games, and it wasn't until I was like, I think it was not until I was like 13 that they actually were like, okay, you can play.
You play now.
And I was like, yeah, cool. Thanks for stunting my development. Thanks for allowing me to go into my early teen years playing children's games.
Yeah.
But especially once I finally started playing them, and I'm like, this is what my parents said no to all this time. Just pew 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 pew. No curse word.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, get out of here.
Breaks system, throws it, shatters it.
Like those old videos of like a dad raging and throwing, like, breaking a kid's 360. Those old videos.
Those are ancient.
Dude, those were so funny though, because the kid was always like he went from mad at his dad to like, hold it there for a second. Let's not get rash here. And then once they broke it, they just go, they just broke.
Let's calm down.
Let's calm down. It's not as. When I think of rage in old videos, I think of the infamous one in the room with the remote.
Oh yeah, he sticks it up his butt.
I saw a meme not too long ago that was just a picture of the room before he breaks in there. And he said, OG's knows what's about to go down.
Bro.
Like, that video is just... Holy crap. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Dude. Okay. So, I've jokingly been doing this whole, like, this quarantine's stupid because I can't go see movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
2 things recently that have happened have actually made me, like, properly upset with certain quarantine situations. Not really like the sickness part, but the lack of shipping of certain items.
Right.
All right. So first off, my sister's birthday was 4 days ago as of recording this.
Okay.
She... Hold on. Burp, burp.
Yes?
She wanted a Nintendo Switch for her birthday.
Oh, did you know, actually? Speaking of Nintendo Switches, little sidetrack here.
Sidetrack.
I don't know if you've heard, and I honestly thought you did, or would have, and I was going to tell you about it.
What?
When I first heard of it. But apparently, Nintendo's having a very hard time making Switches, and there is a lack of...
Well, no, let me finish my little story.
The Nintendo sucks! No.
No, so I was...
well,
it's because, like, they have a lot of supplies based in Malaysia and the Philippines, which have, like...
Slave labor, bro. Work in Japan.
Dude, yeah. But no, like, so they have a lot of supplies coming from Malaysia and the Philippines, and... Especially the Philippines. Malaysia's not as bad as the Philippines, but they're like shut down. They're like, you are not leaving your house.
Big oof.
So they haven't been able to build at the speed that they've been wanting to. And I've been trying to get to my I've been trying to help my parents find a Switch for my sister. And now that my parents have given up on buying her Switch, Kinsley still wants to buy her own Switch. So I've been trying to help her find it. And the annoying thing is not the fact that Nintendo's not making enough Switches. That's not the annoying bit, even though it's caused the thing that is annoying. What it is people, because I looked into this, people are using bots to buy up all the Switches.
Yes.
And then sell them.
Yes.
For exorbitant prices.
For double the price.
$600 is what I was seeing, like, average for their... And I'm like...
Yep.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like...
Profit, bro.
Dude, and I'm sitting there and, like... I'm like, dude, that is such...
Stocks.
Like, it's so ridiculous. It's just... Because, like, we're just trying to... Well, we were trying to... Like, let me tell you how annoying the bots are, especially. So, like, for example, I went on Best Buy's website one night.
Best Buy.
They had one for sale. They had a add to cart option. Finally, it didn't say sold out for a gray Switch. And I'm like, I don't care what color it is at this point. Click add to cart. It loads, and by the time it loaded into my cart, it's sold out.
Come on, bro.
Because those bots are just, like, eating it alive. And so today, Kinsley and I went around to different stores trying to see if any stores said their website had no stock, but they actually did have stock. Because Kinsley said 2 of her friends, they walked into a Best Buy and they just had them. They said they were sold out online, but they had them in the store.
Gotta make sure they don't get taken, bro.
And so we go around. We go to Walmart Baron. They only had a couple Switch Lights. Who wants a Switch Lite?
Yeah, Switch.
Target had nothing, like straight up nothing. And we went to Best Buy. Best Buy is not letting anyone in their stores.
Bruh.
They are only doing curbside pickup. And hold on, this is where it gets even weirder. Guess how the only way to get in their store is?
To the back.
No. You have to go to their website, go to that particular store, and schedule an in-store appointment.
Nice.
Where you have to tell them what item you're looking for, and they put you with a specialist of that item to speed up your thing. And I'm like, what if I just want to look to see if you guys have Switches? And then if you call...
Not possible.
Well, and so we called. We tried to call their store to ask them if they had any Switches.
Mm-hmm.
And they straight up would not connect us to a real person. They were just like... They were like, if you have any interest in it, like... It's like, if you have any questions about availability of certain items, please schedule an in-store appointment. And I'm like, I'm not going to schedule an in-store appointment, wait all that time, walk in, ask them if they have a Switch, and if they say no, just walk out the door.
Why not, bro? Come on.
So, yeah, and then we also called a couple different GameStops. One of the GameStops straight up lied to us.
Oh, really?
We said, do you have any in stock? And she said, no, but they're on our website. We have them for sale online. No. We were so excited when she said, okay, thanks, bye. Hung up. Look on the website. They're not for sale.
The bots got him first.
Like, it's just ridiculous. I need, like, she just wants to play Animal Crossing.
It's pretty toxic, bro.
Dude, I've put a lot of time into Animal Crossing recently.
Oh.
What I've been doing recently is I've been taking some of my favorite shirt designs and making them in Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been spending a lot of time in Animal Crossing recently. Yeah,
getting all those tarantulas.
I've given up on the tarantula market. It's not as profitable as the turnip market, my dude. And the turnip market is amazing. Listen to how simple this market is. Are you ready for this, Huber?
Tell me.
All right, don't get too bored now. The turnip market.
No, I'm tired.
The turnip market, bro. You just wait. On Sundays before noon, there's a character named Daisy May.
This one's hot.
Yeah, well, she's a pig that has a constant...
Oh.
Well, look up a picture of Daisy May. She's adorable, but she always has a booger hanging out of her nose, and that's the annoying.
Daisy Ridley. No, I don't want Daisy Ridley.
Daisy May, M-A-E, sorry.
M-A.
Daisy May is adorable, and I love her. She's just this cute little pig girl with a... She's just this...
Bro, her hat is floating.
Bro, it's strapped to her head.
In this picture, it's floating.
What picture?
I'm on the wiki.
On the wiki for Daisy May? Hold on, let's see.
Quite literally, it is off her head.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait.
It's strapped to
It's
her
not.
head.
It's on a white background, and she's wearing something white.
She wears the white bandana on her head.
So it looked like it was floating. Bruh.
Yeah, but Daisy May, she runs around. And every week she has a different price for the turnips, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Average price for a turnip when she's selling them is about 96 bells for 10 turnips.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So you can buy as many as you want. And then throughout the week, the Nook brothers will buy turnips for different prices. And let me tell you, I bought like a ton, and I mean literally fill up my house worth a ton of turnips for $96 per 10 turnips. Sold them for $260 per turnips. And dude, I've just been doing that every week because you only get to buy from Daisy May once a week, and I just kind of been building that. I have like 1.5 million bells right now in the turnip market.
Well, I'm sure you're in debt.
Oh, I am $1.3 million in debt. But dude, I'm waiting. I'm spending all 1.5 million on turnips tomorrow morning. And one day I'm going to get like double profit on that, and I'm going to be able to pay off my house.
Pay off your house and then get more debt.
Well, so I only have, after this upgrade that I'm currently on, there's only one more house upgrade that I'll be in debt for. Only one more. And it's to add a basement.
Oh, you don't need a basement.
Oh, dude, where am I going to put the wrestling ring?
Outside.
Outside my house, just
yes.
ting ting. Yeah, no, I'm been playing a lot of Animal Crossing and a lot of that. Oh, other thing that's been selling out that is really upsetting me is large shoes, in particular large flip-flops.
Okay.
So there's a brand of flip-flops that Walmart carries that are cheap, and I like them because they're sort of like I call them sort of my work flip-flops. Like they're the ones I just wear out like all the time and then just throw them away when I'm done with them. And I went to Walmart. They did not have any big boy feet flip-flops.
No big boy feet.
Yeah, because like, dude, I have a it's not that my foot's long, it's just fat. and I need fat boy flip-flop sizes. Like, hold on, what size are those flip-flops? Hold on, let's see. Can't tell. Can't tell. These are some of my nicer flip-flops that I rarely wear, but can't tell the size. But they don't have
They don't have the good stuff, bro.
They don't have the cheap flip-flops that I like that are actually comfortable. They don't have them in my size. My big old... I think they're like 14.
Cheap and comfortable. Those two words do not belong together.
hey. Well, but like here's the thing. When it comes to flip-flops, there's only one thing that is required for comfort, and that's not leather. I hate leather flip-flops. Like, and then the whole slides thing with the rubber sole. I'm not a fan of those either. I like this sort of like, hold on. I'm pretty sure like these are a size 14 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, they have a lot of the regular human-sized feet.
Regular human-sized.
Like, hold on. What size shoe do you wear? Like,
I think 11.
See, yeah, that's like average. Like they had the biggest one they had of my flip-flops were like a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so just. They had like 10 to 12, and I'm like, wow, for normal people, they have flip-flops. But for Gucci Gang, Bigfoot, Scout, Quad.
Gucci Gang.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but so that's... It's depression.
Depression activated.
You
activated my depression.
Ha! You've activated my depression card.
You okay, bro?
You good, bro? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro, I'm fine.
Dude,
Oh,
dude, okay, so I'm not sure how. So I was talking. There's a friend of mine who not a friend of mine, someone I've been recording services for. He's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pastor, part-time school administrator as well. Okay. So he says that I was telling him that Greystone, my church, is probably not going to open up until the main campus is probably not going to open up until schools open back up.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me a little nugget of information that I'm like, he said at least in his county that he's in charge of, they're currently working on 4 different calendars for the semester, for the academic year. There's a schedule that they're back open in school by August. Okay, normal. They have one for September. They have one for November, and they have one for January. And I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh.
That's
imagine a whole semester of digital learning. That would because I think I've discussed this with you. I know I've discussed this with like Sam and them. Like, I hate digital learning because it requires me to actually like sit down and do it myself.
Yeah.
And instead of like the active deadline of being in class, and getting it done before class typically was my goal. Like that sort of thing. With an open schedule with like digital learning, I just have to do it.
Yeah, you actually like have to be there.
Yeah, that helps me personally because it just keeps me on a schedule. Like, all right. Now I don't.
All right.
Now he told me that January calendar is like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But just the fact that they're even thinking about that, just.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't happen.
Yeah, and so I had an interesting discussion with my grandfather downstairs. My grandpappy. So we were talking, and he says it's going to be interesting when school comes back because a lot of schools are going to lose enrollment because a lot of parents that were paying for their kids' college or kids who are working jobs aren't getting paid as much or don't have their jobs anymore.
This is correct.
And then I brought up an interesting point, like, what about this? We go to the prestigious school of GGC, where the motto is affordable and right around the corner.
Correct.
So I proposed to him, do you think GGC's enrollment numbers would go up or down?
Depending on what they do, I'd say nothing would happen. I wouldn't say it would go up, and I wouldn't say it would go down.
Because, like, you think about it, a lot of bigger schools that people are going to, if they can't afford it anymore and they don't want to take a gap year, GGC's affordable and right around the corner.
Affordable and right around the corner.
Yeah, and then, like, I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if any of the, like, professors get fired, or like they have to get let off.
They probably will.
And then I was like this. I'm like, well, GGC doesn't exactly have the best arsenal of teachers.
Yeah, they're all on part time.
Yeah,
That's why you have to do
the survey. Yeah. Well, I had a professor, my sociology professor. He taught at another school as well, and he only taught, I think, 2 classes at GGC. And he taught like a sociology 101 class at GGC, which was my class, and then he taught another like higher level sociology class at GGC. But then besides that, he was at this other school, this other college.
Yeah, I had a few that did that as well.
Well, what was so funny is that apparently he was teaching a sociology 101 at that school as well, and he kept on confusing our classes. He would...
Yeah, it'd probably get confusing.
He would come to us and go like, hey... And apparently he taught a couple sociology 101 classes at that school. So, like... He would come to us and we'd say, hey, you never gave us a due date on this project. And he goes, yes, I did. And we're like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
And he goes, I did give you a due date. I'm like, dude...
It's like, no,
none of us have a due date. And he just kind of looked around like, Yeah, it was.
He didn't believe you.
Sadly, he was my only professor that semester that spoke and fluent English without a broken dialect.
Yeah, there's not many at UGC that do that.
No. Yeah, it's. Last semester I had someone that spoke English pretty well. I had my programming professor last semester spoke fluent English. I was like, thank the Lord. But it would be weird when you'd go to an American history class and then it would be like, hello students. Hello. And you're just like,
you're like,
what? And today we will discuss the Cold War. And it's like, oh no.
It's like, wait a minute.
It'd be stuff.
Didn't we skip like the beginning?
No, Cold War, beginning of America. Okay, now first rule of American history: burn textbook.
USSR did nothing wrong.
Well, considering they're no longer the USSR, I think they did do something wrong.
That's why I said that.
It's just, I love that thing. They're like, I love the USSR, and I'm like, well, it's not around anymore. You can't really.
Kind of went by.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but GGC doesn't have a lot of like English professors.
This is correct.
Like, granted, I've never taken an English class at GGC because I got all those done through Truett. So I don't know. I don't know if their English teachers actually speak English or not. Because you also took English 101 and 102 at Truett, so you didn't take any English at GGC.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask Sam. He took English at GGC. I need to ask him if his professors spoke English. Because I remember my first semester, I had a film professor who could barely get a sentence out in English.
Mine was white. It was great.
Dude, her name was like, I can't remember her name.
Bro, we watched a movie every other week, and it took the entire week.
Really?
It was great.
We watched our
classes 2 days.
Well, so like the thing is that I had classes with her 3 days a week, and we never watched a full movie. We watched clips from movies all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't remember that class being hard at all.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't hard.
I just remember her like, cause it would take her like half an hour to get through a slide on PowerPoint trying to read it. Just like,
you're like, do you need help?
And she would be like, Oh my god! Still, my favorite presentation I've done in college happened in that class, and not because of how great my presentation was, but by
I remember
my how I ruined my friend's presentation.
How you ruined his
slide he had to do.
Slide, yes.
So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm gonna give the pre-spark notes. At the end of the semester, we were supposed to do a film analysis of any film we wanted to do. So my group, we decided to do the only film, Robots, from 2006 or whatever. So we did that movie. All of us split up the work on what slides we would do. One person never showed up to any of the days of class. I used to do a podcast with that kid, and I always tell him, like, hey, make sure you do your slides, make sure you do your slides. He did rough drafts of all his slides, and we were using Prezi to work together.
Mm-hmm.
He did a rough draft of his slide. He said, don't worry, I'll edit it before I'm done. I, as a joke, edited his slides, threw in a couple funny lines in there, because he said he was going to edit it. And then a month later, presentation day comes. He had not edited his slides. And then he's reading verbatim what I wrote like a month ago.
It's like winging it, bro.
Because, like, for example, it was whoever the mother character was. I forget what her name is. It was a character analysis slide on her. And it's like, she is hated because of her ugly face. It's just, it was something like that. And, like, half of it was, like, legit because he wrote half of it. And then it would be like, also, everyone hated her because she was stupid, fat, and ugly. And then he went, oh my goodness. He's just, and I am laughing uncontrollably in the corner. And she,
you get what you deserve.
She gave us a 95 because she said, you guys need to take it more seriously and not laugh. But all of us were laughing because they knew I edited his slides and he hadn't fixed them back.
I'm surprised she gave you a 95, but I mean,
dude, GGC's class, a joke. So. I was about to say, GGC's we got 100 for our website.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I checked the grade on that. We got a 100. Let's see if he gave us any feedback. Oh, let's see. GGC login. Why don't you talk while I do this? While I find my verification code.
I'm going to talk, and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk some more, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to talk about me talking, just keeping it talking.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to keep on talking like I'm talking about the talking that's happening, about the talking that I need to be talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Because I got to talk about the talking I'm supposed to talk about, but the talking about that I'm talking about, but that I'm talking about is actually me talking about the talk that I'm supposed to talk about the talking about the talking about. You get it?
Clear as day. Hold on. Where is the website thing? ESRP project. Oh wait, group project, business plan, project management. Where's the website? Group the slides. The plan. Website development. Feedback unread. Let's see what his feedback is. He didn't give us any feedback. Dude, how do you think Eric feels? Eric just got 100.
Eric's just like, what the?
Eric's like, dude, those guys are doing good.
Eric's like, bro, easiest class ever.
Yeah, I was about to say, all the projects is a group project, and you haven't talked to the people in your group since March. And oh, that's so funny to me. He just coasted through that class.
He took it, bro.
Dude, oh my god. Something I've been meaning to tell you.
Oh.
I've made much progress in Nier Automata. Much progress. I've gotten... I don't know all the endings I've gotten because...
The main endings are A through E.
Yeah, so I've gotten A done and B done.
Okay.
So I'm currently at the bit where, like, they showed you that trailer. Yeah, they show you the trailer for, like, the mecha, and, like, you're all suited up. So let's go beat these machines!
Like, an all-out invasion.
Yeah, and I'm like... so like what happened is I finished A, and then I was like, okay, and then I start B, which is where you start off as 9s instead of.
How dare you say that name?
9S. Do you want me to say?
There you go.
His friends call him 9s.
You are not his friend.
I am his friend. I controlled him for a.
Just you wait. You'll see. You'll see.
Well, don't. Thanks for the spoilers of ending C. I guess I don't know which ending it is. Hold on. Let me see. Well, the thing that was annoying is that like I accidentally got ending G.
Yeah, they're just completely random.
Like I was, instead of going immediately to my air space vehicle, I went to like I went off and explored a bit, and I fell off the crane, and then it was like, you have traveled too far, ending C. Well, no, ending G, and I'm like, what the flip is?
Yeah, there's like
there's like
as 9S. If you, I think that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't go to your thing and go away, it's like you abandon the mission.
Yeah, you abandoned. Yeah, and it was just like, here's ending G, which was annoying because I had to redo the.
Yes, sir.
I had to redo the robot thing at the beginning, which isn't hard, but it just takes forever because you have to just waddle with that bucket of oil, and I'm just like, oh, just for it not to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, because I tried jumping, but as soon as you jump with the bucket, it's like, nope.
You can't jump, bro. You gotta walk it.
And so,
did you fall over the pipe?
Yes, I fell over the pipe the first time.
Yeah, I did too. And I was like, ah!
And I was like, you suck. But then I finished the night. Dude, I hacked everything.
It's so much quicker.
Dude, I was like, dude, you could have been doing this the entire game. Because I had this weird glitch when I was going through A ending that almost made the Eve battle impossible.
Okay.
So you know the two brothers that you fight in Adam and Eve in A and B. So you remember, before you fight Eve for the final time, you have to fight that giant spider robot in the city ruins.
I don't seem to remember that.
Okay, so like the rebel base has been taken over. It's been burned and destroyed.
Right.
And I can't remember if you fight the others. Do you fight the spider robot in the dark room, like where the lights cut out and stuff like that, before or after the rebel base is taken over?
I'm trying to think of what spider robot you're talking about.
It's called like the multi-legged thing. It looks similar to it's like a ball. It has lightning powers, and it can electrify the waters in the city ruins. Hold on.
Wait.
Let me see.
Are you talking about the enemy in the factory?
Well, there's the one in the factory, but then you fight it again in the city ruins. Before you fight Eve. Because after you beat it,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Multi-legged.
I'm seeing what it looks like now.
Yeah, multi-legged Goliath.
This guy sucks.
Dude.
He got hit by one.
So one thing I did not know about Nier Automata that I didn't know until this boss fight is that if you die, you don't re-get all the resources you used. So like if you used health packs, you use those health packs. You don't get them back when you die.
Correct.
So what happened is I was caught in this loop where I couldn't buy items from any of the shops because it was like, fight this thing. Don't go to any shops. And every time I try to go to the shop, she's like, you should really fight that thing out there. And I'm like, shut up. Let me buy some health. But I couldn't buy health. So I kept on fighting it. And I kept on dying and dying and dying and dying. And then a weird glitch happened that almost made that multi-legged beast impossible, because I'm almost dead. I'm just like, please, just let me get some freedom. Eventually, I died to it so many times that the city ruins reset itself. So not only is the multi-legged Goliath out there, but all the little robots that are always out there are out there as well.
That's a fact.
And they're never ending. They're just constantly spawning. Which that robot, you always have to zone and make sure you're far away from it so you don't get hit by any of its attacks until it's open. And it's hard to zone and run away when you're getting chased by these scaling level robots that chase you. Because I looked it up, I'm like, how are you supposed to defeat this fight? And then all the fights of it I watched, no one had the robots in it. And I'm like,
Yeah, you kind of got...
I got so screwed. Eventually, I think I spent like 3 days, like, with multiple nights of me just trying to beat that boss until I got sick then I would leave. But I finally beat it. Finally beat Eve. Then I did the B run, which is much faster because 9S is down and killed for half of the story.
Yeah, it skips a little portion.
It skips a lot of portion.
Down, but not out.
Yeah, because like after you finish the fight against Adam and Eve in that room, spaceship, that area. After you fight that, you're just passed out until you get woken up by Adam later in the game. You're just like, I'm alive, and it's like, hey, 9.
But you're infected.
Am I infected?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's. Yeah, well, and then you're getting that big robot at the end of the story. Well, unless end of A and B, you're in that giant robot, and you're like, and so like imagine my shock when I beat B, thinking I'm done, and then it's like, we can't let them live. What? And I'm like, what is happening? Yes. I'm like, you're telling me there's more? So that's
I don't think I think I.
How much more is there for me?
There's a lot.
A lot? How much is a lot more?
So, I mean, you do, without spoiling, you do see.
Mm-hmm.
Let me...
Because it might be because I got...
Steam.
Because it might be glitched. It might have been because I tried to fight that one boss for so long. I already put almost a day amount of time into this game. But that's mainly because I fought that one boss for like 10 hours almost. It felt like, I'm not sure.
Just making sure.
Because eventually I had to fight it without any health. Like my only health I got was when I leveled up in the middle of the fight. I'm like,
you're like, yes,
okay, and then I could loot my corpse for health, and I was like, okay. So I had 2 sources of health. One I could get, and the other one I... Also, it was almost impossible for me to grab my body with all the robots chasing me.
Well, I'm looking for... Without spoiling, I'm looking through my achievements. So do not look at my achievements.
I promise you I will not. Hold on. Gosh.
Spoilers.
I'll have to do this after we finish recording this. Because I want to open up... Well, one thing that's annoying is that it used to... My save file used to have all the endings I had, but then once I finished B and I unlocked... Because I unlocked more than just B. There was like a couple endings I unlocked. But then it like only showed me the certain endings. Like, okay, you only get to see these 3 now. And I'm like, wait, but which ending... Where is there a place to see all the endings you've gotten?
Yeah, so when you start up the game, it'll say what endings you have.
But no. But on my save file, it used to say like A, whatever, and then after I beat B, it like replaced them.
They should line up. It should be like A, B, and then like the rest of the ones you've got.
Well, I'll have to check after we finish recording this podcast, but I'm pretty sure it got rid of some of my endings I had. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
I just finished my B run. So I do see. I finished my C run.
You do see ending D.
Okay.
And E. E is like the final like story chapter conclusion. D is like.
Is D similar to B, that it's replaying the events of C but from a different perspective?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, this is not a spoiler. You get to play as A2, So
Okay.
basically, you get
Yeah,
a
I
choice.
was wondering because I finished the A and B lines, and A2's only in that one fight, and like I'm like I felt like she would be a bigger deal, and that she just jumps out a window, and I'm like,
Yeah, you get to play her.
all right, that's cool. That's cool.
She's pretty fun. She has like a taunt, which is nice.
That's cool. All right, I'm excited to play as A2. I was just trying to, because I was wondering that because like you meet all these characters, you're like, oh, that's Adam. There's Eve. Oh, here's A2, and then just she yeets herself out a window, and then it's just never is to be seen again.
Yeah, you'll see. Ending C will shed some light.
How long is the C run? Is it longer than the A run?
It switches perspectives between two characters.
Is it longer or about the same length as the A run? Or is it shorter than the A run?
Depending on who you play as. That makes sense.
What? Like, can you
basically you play as 9S and A2, those two characters.
For most of the C run?
For all of the C run.
For all the C run. Okay.
And you can basically just stick with one character the whole time, but eventually it'll force you to do the other character to progress the story.
Gotcha.
And then that'll be that.
All right. And then the D run is just A2 then? Or
D run, I don't exactly remember, but you have a choice, like, between something.
okay.
And that choice will affect what outcome you get.
Gotcha.
And I made the wrong choice.
You made the wrong choice, you claim.
Yes.
Oh, great. How is it like an obvious choice and you were just idiot, or did you?
No. I picked this, and I thought it was the right
choice.
Well, it was. I wanted to pick this, but the way they worded it made it seem like doing this would lead to this, but it didn't. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever.
You sort of wish it's sort of like when you are playing Fallout 4 and they say like a brief thing, and you're like, oh, I want to say this, and like it says like, you're really good at sports, and it's like, oh, I'll choose this one. You're really good at sports, you useless piece of crap. And it's like, wait, no, that's not what
I said.
I didn't have that option. And it's like, well then, I guess you're not gonna bang shoots you in the face. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll probably be playing some Nier tonight. Let's roll into our typical stuff. Huber, what is your fun fact of the week as I pull up a news story?
You can hear these nuts now. Okay. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from more than 2 miles away.
Huh.
The heart weighs around 400 pounds, and it is the size of a small piano.
That's not what I thought you were about to say. Let's see. Dude, only news that exists right now besides Corona is Florida Man.
Florida man.
Let's see what we got. Not shopping. Give me news. Florida Man.
News, weather, and traffic. WSB.
Let's see. No, Florida Man play. All right, yeah.
No, senor.
Florida Man pulls a gun out on people. Yeah. I've heard that before.
Typical.
Wacky news.
It's typical Friday.
I know. What the? There's just dude, there's no weird news. It's funny with the weird news.
You would think.
You'd think weird news would be at an all-time high, but really, honestly,
it's just
it just
people aren't doing.
well, it's because people are inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you type in weird news, you get like those science ones that like it's like, we just discovered that like Saturn has like a hexagon-shaped gas ring around it. It's just like,
Cool, bro.
cool. Or weird Apex Legend movement bug prevents players from climbing.
It's like, okay.
Like there's
Did you see the new character that came out?
I saw that one came out. I did not look into any of it.
She's thick.
She dick. Hold on. All right, weird news is canceled for the week. We gotta find new Apex character. Let's see. What's her name? Loba?
I don't know her name at all.
Loba. Her name is Loba. It's funny you mentioned that, and I type in new Apex character. First video from GameSpot. Apex Legends Loba tips how to improve your play with Season 5's new character. IGN's breakdown of the character. Third one, loser fruit, she thick.
She thick.
Hold on, I gotta let's see this Loba character. Golly, yeah.
Her default skin. I don't know what her other skins look like, but yeah, her default skin like
Overwatch anniversary event's about to start in like 3 days. Wow, Loba is thick. Why? Wow.
Yes, sir, dude.
All right.
I'll come back and start playing Apex now.
Let's go play Apex.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem battle efficient. Just like her default, she's wearing like leather boots. She's wearing leather pants with a cutout at the butt to show her spandex she's wearing.
Yes, sir.
And then she's essentially wearing like a ballerina top. With
Is there a problem?
She's wearing like a girdle ballerina top with one of those jackets that only comes like to here, so she has sleeves on.
Of course. Come on, bro.
And then she has like a staff.
Yeah.
What's her moveset? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea, bro.
All right, let's quit.
I just heard the other day.
That'll be our weird news. Let's find out Loba moves. It's really annoying when you type in MO and it doesn't show her. It doesn't say moveset or moves. It says model, and I'm like, ugh, the fact that that's the most looked up thing for Loba is very disturbing. Let's see. Loba. Apparently Revenant's getting some updates. Alright. Loba has an ability where she can throw a disc and teleport to that location.
Okay.
Her ultimate is called Black Market Boutique. Place a device that can steal all nearby loot. Okay. Wow, this article's... That's it. That's all they have for her moves.
She probably...
Let's see. I don't want to watch a video about her. I do not accept your cookie laws. What the... Let me just... Loba. Oh, apparently they have a bunch of... Apparently there was a huge leak, so people know a lot of apparently upcoming characters to Apex. Which I don't know if I believe that, because none of them say Loba. None of them are Loba. Yeah, no, they have... Apparently there's going to be a character called Rampart. That's actually interesting. Let's just read through these real quick, and then we'll go that. So they believe there will be a character called Rampart. His ability will be amped cover. Build a cover with an upper barrier that blocks incoming shots and boosts the damage of outgoing shots. Okay. In placed HMG, place a mounted machine gun that anyone can use. High ammo capacity, long reload time. Fixer, swapping the melee attack. Equips a wrench. Used to repair structures. Cover fire, firing from an amped. Yeah. Gunner, machine guns also. Okay. Apparently there's a character there called Nomad. His passive is Pack Mule. Nomad and his teammates have additional backpack space. That's kind of ridiculous. Honestly.
Yeah, it's actually...
His tactical is Loot Compass. Follow the loot compass for the nearest item. And then his ultimate is Crafting Table. Place a crafting table down, scrap salvageable materials, and purchase items.
Easy.
Okay. I'm not sure if he's worth picking, like, just randomly, but they have a character called Immortal. Wonder what passive is hard to kill. When you get downed, you can revive yourself. That seems fair.
Nothing's fair.
A passive that he can revive himself from down. That's tactical is shield charger / teardown. Unleash a cloud of nanites to charge your team's shields, or hit a target with a cloud of nanites to kill their shields for a short period of time. Okay. Ultimate Rise of the Phoenix restores your health and shields to full and gives nearby teammates 30 seconds to self-revive. Takes 8 seconds to activate, though. Apparently a character named Blisk, who looks like he I don't know. Interrogation. Executing an enemy will reveal the location of their allies for 10 seconds. That's a passive ability of his. So if he kills someone, he can see their allies. That's actually kind of cool. Tactical throwing knife deals 20 damage and marks the target. Killing a marked target rewards double credits. Ultimate Payday. Squad kills award credits. Spend credits on powerful supplies. So you just get to buy stuff.
Okay.
Apparently, all right. I'm gonna list off the last couple, and you tell me which one you wanna hear about. We'll choose one of them. We have Jericho, Scunner, Husaria, Prophet, Downfall, Volk, and Reckoner. Pick one. Or Conduit. Alright, let's go with Jericho. Jericho. The first one I named. You could have stopped me. Alright, Jericho. Passive ability. Ballistic shield protection. Your ballistic shield protects your back when you're not actively using it. So he has a shield, and when he's not using it, it protects his back. That's actually insane. If that's gonna be real. His ability is using the ballistic shield, a full body shield that protects you from incoming fire. So the shield's always protecting you. Just run into battle backwards. And then he has a second ability apparently. It says ability 2 parentheses potential ultimate.
Okay.
Shield breaker javelins throws 2 electrically charged javelins that burn through enemy body shields. All right. So that's our weird news because we've really run out of weird news.
This is correct.
This is mainly because no one's doing anything except staying inside. And I would have talked about weird news talking about the new Scoob movie, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So Scoob, like Scoob,
like Scoob,
like Scoob. All right, so everyone, hope you've enjoyed. This has been episode 63.
The podcast of the Scatterpot.
This is 63 of 63.
Yes.
You forgot that at the top of the episode.
I didn't know such thing.
Yes, you did.
63
of 63. And what else? 63. Hope you guys aren't in debt to Tom Nook, and hope you guys have better luck finding Nintendo Switches than I've been trying. And hope to see you when school starts back up in January.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
See you guys next week. Bye-bye.